I'm Sarah Lichterman.
I'm Kirsty Ortega.
I'm Rachel Aber.
Morgan Walpole.
And we did the campaign, the Volkswagen GTI, the world's first car launched exclusively on a mobile device. So we're going to pass out our flyer. So and as you can see, the flyer kind of gives you the overview of the Volkswagen 2010 GTI. That is the basis of our campaign. And it gives the competition of that how it was launched on a mobile device, which we will explain throughout our presentation. Okay, we're going to start out with a quick video that kind of gives you an overview of it before we get into everything.
There should be two.
Immediate and overwhelmingly positive. VW saw an 80%. On October 15, 2009, Volkswagen launched the all-new 2010 GTI. The response was both immediate and overwhelmingly positive. VW saw an 80% jump in leads, test drives, and quote requests. Now what if we told you there was no paid media? Not a single online banner, print ad, or broadcast spot. Recognizing the overlap between the GTI's tech-savvy target audience and the millions of iPhone users, we launched Real Racing GTI. The game embodied everything GTI fans love about the car: innovation, performance, and style. Users shared their fastest laps by posting videos on YouTube, and an online leaderboard tracked global player rankings. In the showroom, players found a gallery and full specs on the new Mark 6. Using the iPhone's GPS function, fans could easily locate the nearest dealer and schedule a test drive. Within days, dealers were reporting sales directly connected to the campaign. To keep people playing, the Winner's Circle was created where users could enter to win a limited edition GTI Mark 6. Working with VW product specialists, we customized the 6 prize cars with carbon fiber accents, a unique badge, and embroidered leather seats. Winners also received exclusive apparel and accessories. The more you played, the more chances you had to win. Fans were thrilled, and the mainstream media took note. In 1 week, Real Racing GTI became the #1 app in 36 countries around the world. With over 4.3 million downloads, what started as a US-focused campaign quickly became a global phenomenon.
So as you just seen, that is kind of a quick summary of the entire campaign. And to help us understand the background of Volkswagen, we did a little research into the history of the company. The Volkswagen brand actually started off as a design from Ferdinand Porsche, who is the maker of the famous sports car, the Porsche. He was the chief designer for the whole Porsche Foundation and started it. But the actual idea for the Volkswagen brand came from Adolf Hitler during World War II. Him and his wife were accustomed to driving the luxury car of the Porsche, but realized that the average German citizen could not afford it. So his dream was to make a small, affordable car that could get 40 miles to the gallon and could be less than $250 in current U.S. currency. So he wanted to call this the people's car, which in German is the word Volkswagen. Previously, Ferdinand Porsche had designed a prototype for a small, affordable car, but it never made it into production because he was too busy making his luxury sports cars. When Hitler kind of heard of these prototypes, he decided to make his dream into reality. So during the war, he found a estate in Wolfsburg, Germany, that he kind of took over and turn the estate into a factory. However, just with all everything that went on during the war, the actual location of the factory became in British territory, so Hitler never got to be the manufacturer for the Volkswagen brand, and that's Hitler and Ferdinand Porsche was the engine. So after the war, in the year 1946, British Major Ivan Hirst was in charge of going through the Wolfsburg estate and kind of figuring out what to do with it. He found blueprints for the prototype of the Volkswagen Beetle. This is what the picture is of. And he decided to use the factory for what it was intended for and began to manufacture the Beetle. It became a huge success in Europe and America. The two most popular models of Volkswagen are the Golf and the GTI. They are very similar in form and functionality. The main difference is that the Golf is a standard hatchback model. There's no pizzazz to it, but the GTI is, you can use the term hot hatch, which is used to describe high performance hatchback vehicles. So the real big difference between it is that the GTI contains a more powerful engine, it has bigger wheels, and has more advanced technological audio features. So after the Beetle, in 1974, they came the first generation Volkswagen Golf. It had front wheel drive, a front engine, and it was a 3-door hatchback style. This was replacing the Beetle that had rear wheels, a rear engine, and was only a 2-door model. In the United States, the Golf model was called the Volkswagen Rabbit instead of the Volkswagen Golf. In 1976, Volkswagen began production on the Golf GTI. They wanted to modernize the Golf into more like a sports car persona. The result was that the car could go from 0 to 60 in only 60 miles per hour in only 9 seconds, and that the top speed it could go to was 110 miles per hour. The Volkswagen Golf GTI came out with 5 more models until we get to the 2010 GTI model that is the basis of this campaign. Each model was equipped with more features, which include different types of engines, safety features, and stylish design. In the United States, the car was known as just the Volkswagen GTI. They kind of took away that Golf word in it. So these are just kind of the years the new ones came out. The 6th generation Golf GTI was, as you can see here, and then.
Okay. So kind of starting later, past the 70s and the 80s, Volkswagen was targeted more towards females in the beginning. They started kind of changing that demographic, and they started releasing new ad campaigns. And this one is actually a few years before our case, but it kind of shows you the direction they were trying to take everything. And our case is directly targeted towards males.
Listen up, V-Dub in the house. Jason, this is your 98 whatchamacallit. Call it.
You got an F.
You know what we're gonna do now? No. I'll pay your order. We just dropped it like it's hot. V-Dub, representing Deutschland.
The GTI Mark V, pre-tuned by German engineers.
Okay, so you kind of see they had a little bit of an imagery map.
Yeah, this is the kind of the campaign before the 2010 model.
Okay.
There should be a picture. Here we go. And this is kind of from the beginning of the Golf kind of into the GTI. Thought that was a pretty cool picture to show. And then the 2010 Volkswagen GTI, the one that the entire campaign is based around, it has a turbocharged 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine, 6-speed manual transmission. It can get 24 city miles per gallon and 32 highway miles per gallon, and has side and curtain airbags. And you can get it in the 2 or 4-door model, which is technically like a 3 or 5-door model because a hatchback is considered another door to it. And it also, a cool thing that the GTI has that the original Golf doesn't, is, like Bluetooth and iPod connection and satellite radio capability.